Os, welcome back. I'm Tom Callahan. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the front kick for the street. As we know in the street, we're not going to be doing any fancy kicks. We're not going to go to the head. We're going to stay very low. So the kicks in the street are going to be to three basic areas, right? They're going to be to the knees, to the groin, or to the stomach. Today, well, we're going to talk about all of them, but today we're going to focus on the stomach kick because a lot of the martial artists that are karate guys or even Muay Thai guys that are watching, they do tournaments and we do sparring in the dojos, etc. So I want to focus a little bit on the front kick to the chudan, the center area of the body. Now, we'll talk a little bit about the groin kick as well because we use two different sides of our feet. Now in the dojo, of course, we are barefoot. In the street, we are wearing shoes, sneakers, what have you. So we got to be aware of that. It shouldn't change the feeling of when you're kicking and how you're kicking. So there are two parts of the feet. We've got the chusuko, which is the ball of the foot here. Then we've got haisuko, which is the flat part of the foot here. Now, in the front kick, we're going to use the chusuko part. So if you have a hard time doing this, I suggest you just roll your foot up and then lift it up and practice that so you can actually hold that position. It's not easy to do. Some people it's easier to do, but for practice, if you're not familiar with it, just roll your foot up. Some people have lower arches, some people have higher arches. I happen to have a higher arch myself. Makes it a little easier for me. And just practice doing that because when you kick, you're going to have your ankle forward all the way down, but your toes up like this. So your ankle's down like you're a ballerina or you're pointing your toes, and then your toes up because this, for a front kick, is your kicking surface, okay? So I know this is basic for some of you, but for some of you others that have not done this before, it's more particularly for you. But it's for everybody. Some people I see kick like this, and they break their toes. Now, like I said, if you're going to wear sneakers, think the same way. Even in the sneaker, you can bring your foot back and kick straight, okay? Now, that's the surface. Ankles down, toes are up. Now, the technique is a whole different story, right? You can have push kicks, kome, push kicks. You can have snap kicks. Depends where you are in relation to your opponent and depends what you're doing. So a snap kick, think of it more like a jab. Bop, bop, jab, huh? It's a snap kick. You can do it off the front leg, which is usually how it's done on a snap. You can feel how quick it is, and you can hear how quick it is with the dogi. The critical thing on the front kick off the front leg is how you pull it back. Just like when you're throwing quick punches, it's not about the velocity going forward, it's about pulling it back. Mentally, you're thinking about pulling it back. This is how you generate speed. So when I kick out, I'm not so much thinking about hitting when I'm thinking about speed and doing it quickly. I'm thinking about how fast can I pull it back. Okay? So of course you have to have strong hamstrings and you have to be flexible. But again, I'm only kicking to the chudan. So off the front leg, if someone's coming in, think of it like a jab to the stomach. In the street, toes are all the way down, and it's to the groin. If you kick someone quick in the groin, it's impossible to block. They don't see it coming. And when I especially teach women's self-defense, I do teach this technique. The problem with classes like a self-defense class in particular is that it's only a one-time thing. You have to practice. The worst thing you could do is think you know how to kick and then miss. That's going to be a bad thing. So you need to practice on a heavy bag or a partner, even or a target. Paint a target somewhere and just try to use the target for practice. Now, the other thing is, you notice I don't want to lean too far back. I don't want to be doing this. I always need to have balance when I kick. So even though I might be moving forward and back, you notice my back is straight. My back is straight. I'm leaning back slightly, but the base leg here is where I'm balancing. So practice standing, balancing. You need to practice this to get your balance on one leg, because if you're kicking, the base leg is really critical for your stability. Without that, you're gonna have less power, and if you're off balance when you kick and you meet resistance, you meet weight, a person, even the heavy bag, if I meet resistance when I kick and I'm off balance, I'm gonna go flying backwards, okay? So I need to sink and be stable, knowing that when I hit a mass this way, that I'm gonna be stable and it's not gonna throw me back, okay? I think this is a big issue when I see people in the gym and other dojos hitting a heavy bag or even sparring. They kick, they hit the person, but then they're off balance. You need to be able to make contact and maintain your balance to follow up with another technique. It's either that snap, or off the back leg, you might want to do more of a thrust kick, engaging the hip a little more. I'm leaning back slightly more, but this leg is very balanced, huh? So, when I practice with my students, or myself, I will throw 2 kicks, just to practice. I go 1, then lean forward, I shift my weight. I'm just shifting my weight. Keep my hands up, my back is straight. And I'm just practicing this, okay? That kind of a movement. So when you practice again, for the shoot-on surface, practice pointing the ankle down, raising the foot up, maintaining that position, which is the striking surface, shoot-on, ball of the foot, or if you're kicking to the groin, ankle all the way down, toes all the way down. From the front kick, the snap, quick, quick, quick. Os. Okay, that's it for today. Os. See you soon.